Some people thought it was the best of times, some people thought it was the worst of times. But our role as literature students, literature lovers, is really to analyze the literature in whatever form it comes. And when it comes to this artist, we could always find the poetry in it. Call it poetically violent if you must. Now, we do not promote violence on this channel, but we do analyze it if it exists. The first Trini Bad analysis. Where's the poetry? In One Link by K Lion.
One link, easy when I tap them, I make them mark flick. Now this none of the kingdom, them a fly about.
Now first thing first, them lyrics hard to come by, but based on genius lyrics, a few lyric videos and my own ear, listening to things in your headphones over and over and over, I think I got the majority of the lyrics eventually, but don't shoot me if I get some wrong. Now K Lion, God rest his soul, by the way, he didn't die in gun violence. Stop judging. All in all, K Lion was masterful with his pen in the time he spent on Earth. His song One Link is a bloody exposition of badness and bravado. His clever lyrics, rhyme scheme and imagery could turn the most timid youth into a brave soldier. His performance from the text is fierce, fiery and passionate, and by the end of the hook, I and all want to know who gas them up. I want to start with the title of the song and the intro and the outro. When he says that word one link. What does one link actually mean? Well, I had to reach out to several ghetto youths and I concluded that no one really know what the term one link really mean. But I think there are several meanings. Some of them say it refers to the chain, the link of the chain, which is a powerful image in Zest and Trini Bad. And that represents unity of the poetics persona crew. They can't bust, they can't fail, is one strong link. Someone also suggested that it means quick action. In other words, that we link up instantly, one link, one time, you know. And then someone suggested, and this one made a lot of sense to me, that all the gangs in the area are one, fighting a common enemy, one link of all the areas. Either way, we could see that when the persona said the word one link, the most violent onslaught occurred following that. In the intro, the persona notes that Otto seems to be a person, a partner in crime, could easily make his Mac flick. Mac flick. Easier make the Mac flick. That is a metaphor for the ease at which he will shoot his Mac 11 or Mac whatever number Otto was in possession of. The persona refers to his crew as kings. That's another nice metaphor there. And if they are this, so fly your bat is a Jamaican slang, meaning the enemy go and end your life, take you away. Fly your bat mean they go kill you. I guess it's a metaphor. The bat kind of represents your soul, your being. The next line, when he says the rise of the sheen will make your heart skip, your heart of course beating quickly due to fear. And sheen is a short word for machine or machine gun. Right? That creates a compelling fear in the minds of the enemies. There are also references to many crews and friends. That is why that last one link reference makes sense. We have the C's, the 6, BIL. And then a person named Snake is mentioned in there. I think Snake is a person. And then he mentions Otto again. So just the intro alone, the metaphor, the imagery, the name dropping, all of that sets up the listener to immerse himself in the street life and the associated jargon of the poetic persona, which of course would have come from the environment that he was a part of. Now, I was pleasantly surprised when I saw the literary quality of this work. So let's check verse 1. He starts with a bold claim. Like them phrases started, you know, always started. And he claims that his enemies only show badness on Instagram and they're not bad in real. If I got the lyrics right, the persona says, claim them a tomahawk. In other words, his enemies claim they are tomahawk, which could refer to two things, a native Indian axe, but also a missile. Now, I think he meant axe because later on he says that after they made the claims, his crew ran up on them and gave them a real bomber back. Nice alliteration. And that bomber back captured the effects of the weapons that the persona's crew were using. In other words, their guns were able to do more cutting than these people with that tomahawk, leading the persona to refer to his gun as a chopper. So the gun becomes the real cutter, as another nice metaphor to juxtapose with the tomahawk that the opponents were holding. And then he extends the metaphor to say that it left them limbless. Chop, chop, chop. And if you go back to the intro, the gun is also called a chopstick. That snake in the intro had a chopstick. I appreciate these metaphors and their consistency, albeit deeply violent. Then, After all that chopping, my favorite line. Blood paint up the scheme and me now self a fan of art. Wow! Now there's irony in him doing this painting, as he don't like art, but he painting the place with blood. And then there's a paradox of a beautiful or a so-called beautiful thing like art being so harrowing and bloody. The fact that the entire song is so beautifully scripted is in itself a paradox. The violence then continues in a kind of sub pre-chorus. He say mother dead, father dead, sister dead, brother dead. Dog, I do like that part of the song. Everyone in had a dead, so man. Oh gosh, show some mercy now, man. But I think obviously that was to amplify the danger in the persona's attacks and the danger in the one link. Again, he mentions many places, which supports the idea that all of these regions are now coming together to fight whoever their enemies are. So another line is, every duppy pon the block miss like World Cup Brazil fraid. Now again, don't quote me on that line. I don't know if that's the exact lyrics, but that's what it sounds to me. If that is the line, I like the idea of his opponent shooting and missing like Fred. Fred is a Brazilian footballer who used to real miss, right? That is a pretty clever simile. And the clever pen of Kaylan continues as he allows the persona to say, rise the tech in a boy face and no pepper spray. He creates it in a kind of negative way when you end up saying that something is not like something else. That creates a nice contrast. We already know pepper spray is a terrible thing that will burn your eye. But he's saying when that tech rise up in your face, like it come up in your face, that's worse than any pepper spray. That's not no pepper spray, it's worse than that. And that stanza closes with a hyperbolic image of dissing someone today and dying yesterday. That is a real hyperbole there, but simply refers to the speed at which offenders will meet their demise. He's not playing. Right? Don't even think about this in them. You're done dead already, in other words. Then everyone's favorite Trini Bad hook. Who gas them up? Now, gas up is a popular street slang, which is really a metaphor to refer to someone displaying bravado, but only after being influenced by bad advice. In other words, the persona, that is the person in the poem, is questioning, what make my enemies think they could step to us? Who gave them that bad advice? Who gassed them up? Additionally, the line, when me say spread on a virus, is another contrasting device. In other words, when he says spread, it means it's something worse than virus. So same way he do it with the pepper spray, same thing here. The gunshots, I guess we could safely conclude that it's gunshots. It's worse than virus. Verse 2 is even more poetic, but this time a bit more blatant with the images. Look at this one. Rifles swarm them like beehive. Great simile, as the gunshots are intended to offer a stinging effect over the sweet voice of the performer. So Kaylan have a real nice cadence he's performed with. So the beehive could sting and yet it's sweet like honey, so that is a nice simile there. Again, the word one link is closely connected to several contacts. However, the word contacts is played upon. Contacts could mean your friends, as in your contacts, and contacts also as in contact lens. The word eyes after contact lens also play a double function. It represents weak eyes and also eye strain. So you say the word once but pick up two different parts of the sentence with it. And that in itself is a bigger metaphor for the fact that his enemies may not even see them coming. And now they will leak points. Their weak eyes cause them to leak points. Another metaphorical ghetto slang is that leak points thing. Your points, that is your life. So if you leak points, lives are being lost. The next line is straightforward as he finishes off the opponent, stand up over them, like we don't get into that. We could go to the next line. Them a play cat, but them have no 9 lives. Now a cat will normally be quick to escape, soft on his feet, and have strong eyes. So see how we connect that back again. But these guys had weak eyes, and as such, their claims of being cat-like are summarily dismissed in a hail of bullets from the Draco being squeezed. Draco is our next gun and squeeze means fire. By now, I'll pick up on them references. That of course is another clever play on squeeze. When he says squeeze like shoes that not my size, in other words, it's real squeezing the trigger. So K-Lion's mastery of language and understanding of little nuances, that continues when he says, me melt that ice and bust that first shot, cause me now wait for some try take out me head back. When we talk about breaking ice, folks, isn't that usually a friendly gathering? Yeah, let me break the ice and start to connect with these people, etc. Right, that is why we have icebreakers. In this case, he used melt the ice to represent the enemy gathering. He didn't break it, he melted it, meaning, hey, it had no more ideas of brethrenhood here. All of those things were immediately dismissed. Furthermore, he refers to them as cats, almost teasing their claim earlier of being cats. He didn't use the word cat again though. He again sets them apart from his crew by saying, hey, we don't go on social media to post our weapons. And remember, he told them in the first answer that they only going on Instagram to post up their thing. He believes that in real life, they coming out there and they're gonna beat up the AR-15, that's another gun, like a snare drum. Of course, that similarly refers to the rapid fire if you listen to a snare, and how intense that they will be using the AR-15. K-Lion was certainly extremely talented and highly literate. I give this piece a 9 out of 10 on the poetry scale. There's the poetry in one link by K-Lion. Listen, all references we use and the lyrics to anything we use are right in the description below this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you appreciated the content, and if there's some text that you want us to analyze, just drop it in the comments below. We'll get to it and find out where's the poetry.